The only way to actually escape for anyone on... That was an incredible play.
Yeah, flashing in to get that crit definitely made the difference right there and got Ahri completely unsuspecting there. And it looks like Lucian's going to get caught out here by the hook. Massive amounts of damage going down by the Varus. Leona actually going in on the Varus right there and taking him out with Lucian, turning around that fight in favor of themselves there.
Absolutely. With that fight in favor of themselves, you are starting to see this Lucian, just as we saw last game, he is very mechanically good, and he plays with his team members well, especially those tanks. And while the Leona early game was not able to keep up with the threat...
They're going for the dive. Easily done.
She has the health to do the dive. But mid lane is still suffering as this Veigar, with his early lead and high scaling power, continues to eat away at the defense of the mid lane. Whether it be the Ahri or whether it be the GP, he just keeps on pushing and making more opportunities for himself, now leading 4-0.
Lucian really wants that turret. It might cost him his life here. He is out of mana, and Veigar has teleported down as well.
With Veigar here, it's all up to being able to hit that stun wall. Will he get the gap closed on? And no, the Leona flashed out of the way.
Ivern here too.
Ivern Q hits, and that is going to be Leona's life.
GP's ult not doing a ton of damage here, and yeah, he doesn't have his upgrade on it either, it appears, at this point.
Yeah, this will be, I would assume, completely uncontested by the Custom Elite. Right now they are at a huge gold, or not a huge gold deficit. They're only behind by about 1.3k, but the pressure they're missing on the map with that fed Veigar and with your response being a Lucian, it's going to be very hard for you to get the kills on the Veigar with the dive. Your diving assassin Ahri is significantly behind in lane, and Vladimir continues with his powers to sustain through fights that would kill any lesser man.
Yeah, and we're seeing here, although there is there is more than a double in kill lead, there is still only like a little bit more than a K gold lead, which just goes to show you that the objectives are truly going to win this game, not the kills, leaving Custom League definitely in it, although we got a team fight here.
With the Zac ulting, there is a lot of damage going on. Redemption comes in and heals up the blue team. It seems that Ivern is trying to get the Leona, and it seems that Veigar not able to land the wall. Leona walks clear. Top lane being pushed in by Ahri, countered by Vlad. Will that go down? It doesn't seem that way, but there are 4 men mid with an advantage in health, but Zac is going to be going in, it seems. A successful engage hits the Thresh. Thresh is starting to fall. Zac is getting low. He splits into his cell form. It seems that blue team, with its superior health numbers, just has too much health for red to be able to take down. They take another victory, and Final Silencers gaining a turret and starting to push Custom Elite back and punish them for that first game.
Zac getting heavily countered there as he tried to engage, actually getting flayed before he even hit the ground and got the Thresh. Definitely hurt his engage right there and their chance to turn around that team fight.
It seems that with this team setup that Final Silencers are just able to take any engage that is thrown at them, and with their consistent disengage and high amounts of CC, they are able to just completely shrug off the engage by the less fed members, such as Zac. When your full tank Zac can't survive more than a few seconds in a team fight, his potential essentially falls to the ground, making his dives ineffective for anything other than a damage source, which Zac does not have in abundance. It's decent, but if you're looking for damage in a jungler, Zac isn't the way to go.
Looks like Veigar has rotated top now in order to... Ahri getting a little bit close there. Veigar here, we can see, able to just like take that ward without Ahri being able to say anything, having her ult away from him actually defensively.
With that Thresh there, I can't think of anything that you could have done in that situation other than do your best to get out as fast as possible. We see Lucian and Leona roaming down. It looks like they're actually going for a fight. A slow onto the Varus. Redemption comes down for blue team, healing Varus, giving him more sustain in the fight. Shields from Ivern, and Lucian picks up the kill. Ivern's Daisy is wailing on Lucian, but he is able to sustain with all that lifesteal through the damage Ivern's Daisy was throwing down, and with Leona's tank, they easily dive turret, getting that double kill.
Despite the match of gold deficit, which is closing, it was at 5K and we're already back to 2K, or 3K, less than 3K actually being the gold deficit. That Lucian is a force to be reckoned with. He's 8-3 now. He has definitely made his comeback, and he is going to be CSing his way back to the top of this game as he has been.
Absolutely. This is, right now, a matchup between the two carries. We are seeing oh, by the way, flash burned on Arias. She had to blow it to get out of the wall that Veigar was throwing up. She is completely out of mobility options at the moment, meaning if Veigar can land or get close enough and catch her out of position with one of the walls, she has no hope. Meaning she has to be very careful in paying attention to that positioning.
Is that going to be taking the blue here, or is he just waiting for Ahri to come down here? Actually giving it to Lucian, definitely taking the strength of their team and making it even stronger with that blue and red buff both on him.
Absolutely, and with all that damage potential on red buff, with the burn and the slow effect, it makes Lucian's already immense chase down potential even greater. Lucian, who is fantastic at skirting fights, now has a source of CC to back that up.
And it looks like the build path he's choosing to go here is Bork into Triforce, actually. Definitely going to look for that Sheen proccing damage.
No, that is actually going to be a Black Cleaver with the Kindle Gem build, meaning he's definitely looking to stop through the Thresh's armor. As the only defensive member of their team, he's the person that the most piercing damage goes through. But Ahri out of position again, without vision, and she pays the price. She quickly gets ulted from Fog of War by Varus, and she just falls. Leona looking for an engage on the Veigar. Veigar takes some health damage, but with Redemption coming down, damage added, looks like it's a fight under turret. Veigar takes the lead, getting a double kill on the diving Leona and finishing the Lucian with the extra health he gained from that fantastic Ivern Redemption.
Yeah, and again, here we just see the two members of Custom Elite just getting torn apart. That dive there was far too risky. The engage was off, and they should have backed off that immediately.
With the gold differences, you can see how much power is, packed into the different champions. For example, with 8,400 gold is what the Lucian has. That is the highest on his team, as literally all of Custom Elite's kills are centered on their AD carry. They need him to carry. Their entire team at this moment has to be centered around him. But at the same time, Veigar on the enemy team has more gold. He has 9.4k, exceeding what the Lucian has, and also having burst damage and infinite scaling to boot. This is going to be a very difficult matchup for Custom Elite to pull off.
Yeah, Veigar just being able to basically look at the Lucian and he's gone.
Absolutely. One of the small advantages that Custom Elite has is if the late game is hit, Veigar will scale infinitely, but there will be no dedicated tank that is on the side of Final Silencers. Meaning that Lucian will be able to essentially shred and burst down nearly all of the members of that team, while Veigar is still able to do the same. It evens the playing field some because there is that durability option that Custom Elite has if the game can progress long enough.
Yeah. Also, we got the Baron up right now, probably going to be on the list for Final Silencers here with the lead they have. They probably want to close out this game as quick as possible before that Lucian has a chance to say anything about it.
Absolutely, and with the way the gold is swinging, over the past few fights, they have forced that gold difference to be 8k now. They are sitting very pretty with a massive gold difference on their side, and lane pressure to boot. When you look at the objectives, there are 2 dragons for Final Silencers to 1 for Custom Elite, 5 towers for Final Silencers to 1 for Custom Elite, 23 kills for 8 for Custom Elite.
It looks like Varus is hunting for this red buff here. Oh, he's going to have to burn Flash there. He's getting way too close for comfort.
QSS burned, and it seems that Zac is way out of position. Alt damage coming in from Gangplank, alt redemption coming in from Ivern, heals up several members of blue. Looks like Zac is back up, but he's caught in the middle of the team. He falls as well. It seems that Ahri is out of position. She barely dodges a Thresh Hook. There are all 5 members of Final Silencers up.
All of them bouncing into there except for the
all
Thresh.
of them bouncing into Baron Pit, looking for that fight to get that Baron. Gangplank looking to steal, but I don't think he will have the damage to. He didn't even have the range on his barrels to. Baron goes to Final Silencers, and they continue that gold lead, leading by 10k, and they are looking to close this game out.
Oh my god, though. Using the plant, though, to get in. And then Thresh just, like, so lonely he didn't make it in. He just got pushed the other way.
That was undoubtedly one of the funniest moments.
Yeah, Final Silencers are looking to close out this game very quickly. I think at this point, a 25-8 kill lead. Yes, I say kill leads aren't like what everything's about in games. It's objectives, but when you got both of them, it's a big deal.
Yeah, and not just that, but we can look at the CS. The Veigar is up a little in CS. The Lucian, however, is actually up in CS for Custom Elite, but that is to be expected as literally all of the gold and all of the kills are centered on him. But when you look at the other lanes, you can see that the CS advantage, while Gangplank has it, isn't enough to offset the massive amount of gold that was got from kills. Looks like there's an engage on the Ahri. She is very close to falling. Seems that GP uses his ult to try to get some distance, has to flash away still, and it seems that the full health blue team of Final Silencers are looking to make a siege on the bot turret, and it looks like there is not a whole lot that... Oh, an ult by
Zac. They're going to give it a try,
Zac.
though. Zac not doing enough damage. Veigar was able to put up a stun wall that kept out most of the members of Custom Elite from getting into this fight. They're going on Vlad, though, with the Lucian. He is exhausted, though, and is forced to burn his Zhonya's. Uh-oh.
The tower is broken, and Final Silencers are walking into the base, still with all 5 members up. Their lowest member is Vlad, who can still heal massive amounts of damage, which essentially gives their team so much pressure, while the Custom Elite team is limping around with their tails between their legs, trying to find an opportunity of Final Silencers screwing up. But Final Silencers this game, their play is clean, and they are not giving their opponents the chance.
Leona getting caught in the middle of that Veigar. And although he didn't aim for her, every other member of the team definitely was able to get some poking on her. We're just seeing here, like, Ivern's ability, his pick for the redemption has to be one of the best picks in this game. It's kept his team alive even though he wasn't able to be there.
Absolutely. The game-changing properties of that early redemption rush on Ivern is almost more potent at times than the ability to change how the jungle pressure is oriented and screw up your jungle opponent. He is able to consistently keep these sieges going because redemption is able to stop and turn around the fights that red side is trying to pick.
Gangplank clearing that entire wave with his Death's Daughter ult, but Ahri gonna get caught out again, almost in range for that Veigar to throw out his ult.
But she did not fall, and currently, because that, the Varus ult was wasted, and there was nothing gained from it other than a little pressure on the Ahri, who can simply step back into base.
And although Gangplank had to use his ult to mitigate that entire wave, it's not going to matter because there's another one just to follow it up, and super minions are coming in from the bot side and are on tower turrets.
That is the timing that Veigar had there, smashing the Ahri with her W the instant she came out, just hurts every damage source that Custom Elite has. They are pushing through. The redemption comes down again, and everyone is up to full. This is a perfect scenario to finish the game off for Final Silencers. They are ready to take this to the third and final game. We have seen 2 incredible games, one by each team, where they show how potent they are when they get in the lead. It will be very interesting to see how the final game develops, as both teams have shown themselves to play very well when they're in that dominant driving seat.
Daisy coming out here. It looks like, is that Thresh, yeah, Thresh getting caught out here. Lucian working his way around the back line, actually, taking a different approach than going head-on into this situation. Able to get lots of damage out. He's going in far, though, but it looks like 4 members still remaining are going to be able to take him down.
And not enough damage by the